Let me paint the scene really quickly. I had a list, I had good intentions, then I stepped foot into Joann Fabrics, noticed that they were having such a great sale, that last chance fabric sale. I'll tell you what, it gets me every time. And let's put it this way, I got what was on my list, but I also picked up a couple other pieces too that I cannot wait to show you. Welcome to Dine in Creativity. I'm Rachel Ann, and it's so nice to have you here. This channel is fully dedicated to my sewing journey, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. So today, I just wanted to break down a couple unexpected pieces of fabric. I guess you could say a tiny fabric haul that I recently picked up. I couldn't pass these pieces up. They were such a great bargain, such a great deal. My mind was just a flurry with creativity on how to work these different pieces and use some of my fall winter patterns to whip them up. But before I get into that, let me go ahead and just share a brief word from today's sponsor. As many of you already know watching, October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it is with great honor that I partner again with MSBLUE to support their Blue for Pink jewelry line, fully committed to breast cancer awareness, in addition to their commitment to donate 100% of the profits of the Blue for Pink line to National Breast Cancer Awareness organizations. This is such a sensitive topic and experience for so many women, and it reminds me of how strong women are. Every day, the family that supports women who have dealt with breast cancer before. I also have had the experience of women in my family having breast cancer. And so with this line, proudly wearing the beautiful piece of jewelry is a reminder to me of the strength that women have every single day. I am so big on knowledge being power. So not only did I link the MSBLUE website down below, I have also linked the nationalbreastcancerawareness.org website, which hosts such a great variety of resources and information. Thank you again to MSBLUE, and I am happy to support National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. With that being said, my fellow sewists and creatives, let's go ahead and get into the content for today. As usual, I'll be sharing with you all the different patterns that I'm tentatively, as of right now, planning to use, paired with all of the different winter and fall fabrics. One of the biggest adjustments that I've had to make recently, moving from the East Coast to the West Coast, is the West Coast version of fall. Now, the temperature has dropped a little bit here where I am in Southern California, but it still can be very warm over the course of the day. And so many of the pieces I'm going to show you, they still kind of fall on that transitional line. And the first one is the new look pattern 6780. I shared this in one of my previous videos, but while I was at Joann Fabrics, I did find what I think is the most beautiful. It is such a dark green, it's almost black, but it is a suiting material. And so I am definitely going to be making the oversized blazer with this particular fabric, and I am just all for that color. It has some gorgeous stretch to it, and so I think it's just gonna sew up so nicely, and I'm considering lining it, but I might not. This to me though would be such a perfect piece to wear as it gets colder. I've already started sewing up this next piece of fabric, but I'm not gonna do the final reveal because I kind of filmed a little bit of a sew with me type style video. But this is the new look 6713 zip up jacket pattern. Of course, y'all know I modified it, kind of pattern hacked it a little bit, but I am excited to share it with you. I did want to give a sneak peek of the fabric itself and show you what it looks like. This is literally just a scrap, but how divine is this? It's almost a tartan plaid style, and on the interior, it is that shearling, a faux shearling, you know, kind of fuzzy, soft material. So I actually converted the new look 6713 pattern to be reversible so that I can flip it and wear it in, either way, and it works. And the interesting thing is with this fabric, when you do the French seams, it completely blends in and it looks like a seam, at least in my opinion, it does. I can't, it just makes me laugh. This jacket, it has just been, I don't want to say it's been a bear, but it has been a little bit of a thing. You guys know I've disclosed before, I have not really sewn up a whole lot of winter gear. And so this has been really fun to work with, but they did have this at Joann Fabrics, super discounted. I even had a couple coupons. Maybe, I can't remember if these were exempt because they were last chance, but I did have coupons I was able to apply to some other full price fabric that I'm about to show you. So I do have two different kinds of fabric here. The first, I have shown this before, it's this beautiful kind of cut out maroon colored fabric. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's the right side. Yeah, that's the back, but this is the right side. I'm gonna make a fully lined dress, but one of the biggest holdups to work with this fabric was not having lining fabric. And so I found this very lightweight stretch maroon. It matched perfectly, kind of cotton fabric. Look how rich and beautiful this color is. I just loved it so much. And it's really, I only need it to make almost like a little slip dress for underneath and add some spaghetti straps. I'll show you the pattern that I'm considering using, but it remains to be seen what will happen. But what a gorgeous color for fall and winter. When I saw this, I just had to get it, and it will make the perfect lining for this fabric. Okay, I'm back. I feel like my sewing room is a total wreck right now. I need to do some cleaning up and putting away. This had slipped behind my little armchair, but the pattern that I'm planning to use for the maroon fabric, I think, is McCall's 8141. My birthday is coming up. I would love to sew a beautiful birthday dress, and I'm thinking, let me grab the fabric. I'm so scattered today, but I'm thinking about doing, obviously, this is the full overlay, and then really only making a straight across with tiny spaghetti straps little slip dress to wear underneath, because the fabric is completely sheer. But I've already cut this pattern out, and I'm super excited to work with it. So we'll see what happens. I may even just leave off the sleeves and really go for this dress right here, but we'll see. The options are always endless, but this is what I'm thinking. So as I put this up, I will share, I have been so focused lately on my new embroidery machine. I am loving working with that thing. Really enjoying finding free embroidery patterns, which I found two websites. One is called Anne the Gran, and the other is called embroiderydesigns.com. I also got a great informative email from Grace, was so lovely with Grace, and she shared yet another website that I just started really looking at. But who would have thought there are so many different amazing embroidery patterns that you can choose from? That's just a little side note, but it's interesting because now I'm pulling out all these fabrics, getting excited again. Time, it's always time. So many things that you want to do, but then it comes down to having the time to create everything that you want to. At least that is kind of a struggle for me. I found some lining. This has been the holdup, and I'm still a little bit on my green kick. I just love this deep forest green color. I really do. You may recall this fabric. I have had this for over a year at least, maybe 2 years, originally from Joann Fabrics. I just needed matching green fabric to line under it. And believe it or not, I do think I'm going to use a Peasant blouse top, make the sleeves long. I bought some, I had to get notions for everything, and that's been holding me up, making time to actually go out and look for them. Ended up finding my green velvet ribbon on Amazon, which I'll try to put it in my Amazon store if you need green velvet ribbon, because it came out really beautiful. But I am going to make a peasant style top, long sleeves, and do a little bow right here at the bust. I think it would be super cute. This is not concreted though, and I'll throw up the pattern I'm considering using. It's my trusty Simplicity retro style pattern. It's not set in stone, but every time I look at this fabric, that's what comes to mind for me. I don't want this to be a shirt because it is this very lightweight organza. I don't want it to be a shirt I only wear for special occasions. So I want to find a pattern that can make it more casual. I was going to say casualize it, but I want to make it more of a casual style top so that if I want to wear it with jeans, work pants, I don't know, something of that nature, it's not a special occasion type dress. Because I found for me, it can be really easy to sew up certain projects that then they're only really delegated to special occasions or dress up events, which don't happen all the time, for me at least. You know, I'm not doing something every night, every weekend that requires special occasion. So that's what I'm thinking for this fabric. This was from Joann's, like all these other pieces of fabric, super great deal once I was able to apply some coupons to it. I had 50% off coupon I got in the mail, and so it turned out to be a great fit. Okay, let's get into this funky fabric that quite honestly I have a slight obsession with. I walked by it again, and I had to have it. It is actually a form of upholstery fabric, and it's double-sided, so you can really use either side. See, every time I pull it out, I think, okay, I'm gonna use the white and pink side, and then I change my mind and I wanna use the pink. I'll probably do this, and I'm going to make a cropped slim fit jacket with 3 large buttons down the front, a collar. I'm going to throw up the pattern here that I'm considering using. I believe it's a Vogue pattern. I haven't pulled it out for this to show you in this very moment. So I'll put it on the screen and I'm going to pattern hack it. I'll just make it shorter because I want it to hit my waist. So what I'm thinking is this jacket, which is a really nice hardy but also lightweight material. I think it's gonna sew up so beautifully. And I've already washed everything, dried it, and it washed up gorgeous. But this is kind of where my head is. The kind of cropped jacket, 3 buttons down the front, wearing it with a white bodysuit, a pair of light blue jeans. You could do tennis shoes, white loafers, or cream colored loafers. That's what I have that would match and be so cute just to throw on. I feel like living here in California, layering is the name of the game, and which is kind of a mindset shift because when it gets cold in Virginia, which if you're living there or from there, you probably know this. When it gets cold, it gets cold. And so I really had to stock up on really sturdy sweaters and things of that nature. But it's last December living here in California, you didn't need any of those heavy sweaters. So I'm trying to think what could be layerable pieces that are unique and cute, and what adult woman doesn't want to wear a jacket with unicorns on it? Or is that just me? Am I just the only one? But I think it's going to be so cute, just so funky. And I can't wait to sew this up as well as work with a new pattern. Last but not least, I did find this gorgeous pinky peach stretch velour that I'm going to make a sweater pattern with. If I have enough fabric, I want to make the matching pants, throwing the pattern up right here. When I shared that in my previous 10 timeless classic and pieces patterns, I was so happy because so many people really showed up and talked about how they had worked with that pattern before, loved it, had made the pants, the sweater, and it just made me so much more excited to actually work with this fabric and with the pattern especially. So I'm gonna keep you posted and let you know how that goes. Maybe this weekend I'll just do something with that pattern and with this fabric, but I'm looking over here because this jacket with the green plaid tartan fabric has just been a project. I have put in so much time, so many hours. and I'm still tweaking it. So I kind of want to knock that off my plate and then maybe come back and just do hopefully an easy breezy little pattern and project and get that set up. All right, there you have it. This is kind of where my sewing journey direction is going to be taking me for the next couple of weeks in terms of all the projects I have in mind. You know I love to hear what you're up to. So whatever patterns you've been working with or fun projects that you've been working on, feel free to comment below. The next video I believe I'm going to make is going to be a total sew with me video, the very easy, very Vogue 9311 pattern. I am gonna break out, and I'm looking at it now, my lavender velour fabric for that particular pattern. So if that's a pattern you've been interested in or want to join me in that sew along video, I cannot wait to share that with you. It has been so much fun to kind of dream up what I want my fall and winter wardrobe to look like. And so I'll keep you posted on how everything turns out. As always, thank you so much for being here. I really do hope you're taking great care of yourself as we transition hopefully into some cooler months. I'm a summer girl all the way, but I'll be honest, I am ready for fall. It's just cozy, and you got all the windows open and the cool air's coming in. You light your candles. It's just such a beautiful time of year. I keep looking around for the trees to change colors, but I know they're not going to. Born and raised in Florida, it was green all year round too. But if you are in a place where there are beautiful leaves changing, enjoy it, embrace the season, hopefully. And as always, happy creating, happy sewing, and be well.